I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals. Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
こんばんは。ご機嫌いかがでしょうか。ソラリンゴのビボです。ドラゴンズドグマ2続きをプレイしていきたいと思います。2週間弱ぐらい空いちゃったんですよね。ずっとなんかちょっと体調が良くなくてできてなかったんですが、今日はちょっと進めたいなと思ってます。で、もうどこまで進んだかも怪しい、クエスト。花束。花束を探す。花束を探しに行きましょうか。これどっちから行った方がいいんだ。おお、何やってるの。これ何やってるのこれ。仲裁とか入れないの。ダメだよ。何やってるの。ダメだって。いや、ダメだよ。止められないのこれ。これは止められないのか。逃げた。
This might contain useful information.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
こう入れないんだね。なんかびっくりマークついてるけど関係ないか。なんだっけ。
You need only make a worthy offering in I have seen your path. May you've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
はい。とりあえず上の黄色いのに向かってるんだけど。あら？でもこっちに行くと。どうやって行くんだろう。こっちかな。うろうろしちゃった。こっちからこっち行ってこっちか。もうすぐそこじゃん。
Would that such tranquility could last. Right you are. This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
この2つかな。他ないもんね、もうね。落ちたらあかんやつだもんね。でも丸から外れちゃうもんね。 ファ
What's this all about?
Yeah, more than my...
What to do?
ここも丸から外だもんね。じゃあいいか。もう一個のとこ行ってみよう。
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
うん、ダメか、こっちじゃない。
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
.すごいプリケツが。大輪がポン走る
In
ね。
another world,
あ、そ
I
こ。
learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
もうさ、いっぱいいるじゃん。
I would have preferred not to have but at least I know I'm You must not walk on the Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. One of us is being drenched.
Dare say, the arisen defeated this lot without us.
Outstanding.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but
ないぞ。
some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat.
上とか
One
行けんの
such
か
arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
わ、なんだこれ。カーソルジャンプ。は
Fascinating.
あ、ないか。か。よいしょよいしょ。これを。あ、これでいいのか。あれ、また
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand.
あ、ほら。
Not compared to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. break it from this side. Really? Now?
Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Yes. Much obliged, sir.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just...
Got any arms for 'em?
Oh, I possess those of other races differ so in design. That's all 'tis, mind. And even if I did, no matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be.
人が作った弓なら何でも。どういうこと？人が作った弓。
Interested in my wares?
人が作った弓なら何でも。
The rules at your level. Good evening, sir. I trust you.
なんか弓とかだからいいのかな。
Fared all right?
あ、いけない。
On the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged.
These foreign bows do so intrigue me. But you would simply give this to me? Fascinating. Such as this bowstring. Well, why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I suppose I sought inspiration. For I confess I find myself rather lost. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial and not forgive me. I should not expect you to. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery thanks to you. I now have the means to do so. It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, many thanks. But this is no place to practice. That's where I train, you see. I do hope you'll join me.
でも弓の職業じゃないんだよね。
Oh, it's not right. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet ever since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But there is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as best however, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough.
All right, he stays. But pray,
I will look after him.
なんだなんだ。腐ったけど。
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
誰だっけ？誰に渡すんだっけ？ダフネ。誰ダフネ？
Isn't there anything to do round here? Yeah? What is it?
ダフネ。うん。
Hiya, Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone. Put it under your pillow. But there's the problem. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhaps silver ore will serve.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone. They're hard to find, aren't they?
金鉱石は確か拾ったやつを預けた気がする。
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb. Ah, excellent find.
Good evening, sir. I trust you've... fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find us.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon. Right you are.
I shall gladly...
Yeah? What I... Might I beg for some... Might I beg for some...
A moment's prayer. Chaos in the world.
I spend my days...
You don't need to just hide in the back of an ox cart, It worked, mind. You've got to avoid, but it's easy enough. I should know.
The safer the roads.
Heard of any ways to make some...
Some other time, mate. For a fight. You fond of those eyes?
Invited, you'll see.
Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fear... Pleasure doing business with you.
Sir, ought you not? 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I regret that I cannot offer you, not to mention, I have to. Oh. You would procure it yourself. In that case, the slums are a bane. We do what we can with what little we have. Your aid is most
Tell is, Maya's my.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. If that's not the case, you will have to excuse.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost hospitality in... Much obliged.
There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use. Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Ah, but only if you've the time and as servants of the gracious hand. Yet, at times, perhaps you will recall the parent, an unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships. By chance, he was examined by a... So, he was put into arc.
So shiny. Oh, hiya, Risen.
Here he is. We've been administering the medicine. Recommend. To be perfectly honest, after all, there is no shortage of. But I suppose I ought not say such things. Come, come. We've met.
You there? Listen, the sisters here are good too. It started with a slight fever. See that empty bed? He told me he was feeling better. Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Pray. Should you hear any...
I fear I've much to attend.
it's so...
Yeah? What?
I spend my days in... Might you be a friend of Lubomir? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement. That is, the basement sick room. None of the other sisters are permitted to tell us. She gives the patients a special medicine, which is to be expected. And yet, a part of me is afeared.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must... you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, should you find evidence fit to implicate her, see, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, so I beg you, sir, find the evidence you...
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
Did as you say.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Aptly said. Simply put, this is not the... reward we would have asked for. Yet to cast it aside would only make this more pointless.
Rarely have I felt so empty. I pose we scour this place anew. Who knows what we might find? Indeed. Let us know if we can be of assistance, Arisen.
that. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer...
I fear I've much to it.
Yeah? What is it?
I do hope naught befalls Lupamir.
How might we enter the basement sick room? Well said.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey.
Slit your bleeding throat. Suppose you're all right.
The patients in this room must not be disturbed.
I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. To get to the bottom of what is happening at the great...
A moment's prayer can...
I spend my days in...
I shall gladly...
I have noticed that the abbess goes out every...
I fear I've much to...
My head hurts just thinking about it.
I wonder how long this job's
This place offers a view of the sea.
Rejoice, my darling, for your...
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns.
Oh, you...
What would you of me?
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business.
Oh, well...
Mayhap my fate has been...
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Oh, someone help me.
We've found some evidence, but there might be more to discover. Let us scour every inch of this room. Splendid. Now! Now!
I wish life was... My head hurts just thinking about it.
Got to crack a few skulls.
Interested in my wares?
Elena, a fine woman by all accounts. You see, I was only a little under the weather when in the end, I survived. And once, she handed him a large parcel. You'd think 'twere medicine. But they were whispering. But I did hear one of them say, where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square as the two shared a few whispered words.
I'll not take that from you.
Lady Eleanor, I wavered between life and death. Can't say as I missed that basement. Suppose 'tis only to be expected.
Venturing's a grand way to wind up a cadaver. Could do with a few more hours sleep.
so dull when there's nothing doing. I sleep on my world.
Good can come of my being here.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith.
Ha! You're a fearsome one.
Enough. I gave you yours. Now...
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the...
Glad we understand each other.
Aye. Be seeing.
Lord Vasus. 'Tis a name of great import. Of that I'm certain.
I'm not sure what we're dealing with here.
Might I beg but a moment of...
Perhaps you...
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you... What? Do you think... Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Pray, sir, do what you can.
Methinks we would do...
You're back. Pray, these look like Johann and Bruno. I recall them being especially meek to the abbot. At any rate, they may know aught.
What should I do?
That wasn't a homecoming I envisioned.
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
Some of our foes are efficient at fainting hands. They will prove as troublesome if not dealt with swiftly.
It is easily done.
My magic, you your weapon, fury of the elements. We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to be taken into trial. Well done, Master. This Oxguard was beset by assailants it could not shake. And this is the result. The work of goblins, mayhap.
One cannot be too careful.
I've a knack for gathering items, and...
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our bones. Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
Glad to see you have the matter in hand.
What a
That's it!
Tremendous work!
Our combined might is beyond.
I've got wares of every ilk. Hope to see you again.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it.
よいしょ。ちょっと中途半端ですが、今日はここまでにしたいと思います。はい。というわけで、ソラリンゴのレボでした。バイバーイ。なんか通してるね。
You're looking rather lost.